Hey guys, Tanetth here. Normally I do a 5 minute wait till people pop into the stream, so I'm going to do that as well. I apparently have deleted the starting and end cards, so, well, starting and midpoint, intermission cards, which I don't know how that happened, but okay. Other side. So, there's that. Um, Yeah, so I'm going to be doing the stuff I normally do off camera, so you'll be able to see what I do. You've already heard it, but one of the rules I have is all resources are available, so that includes loyalty points. So typically I'll do the event spell mix just to get the spells because they're always useful. And I'll just use the last two on these crown packs. Now, I can buy these with crowns, or I can buy them with the loyalty points, seeing as the loyalty points are from the membership. I'm not spending crowns or anything. I'm using the resources that are at my disposal. Ah, that might be good. Ow, 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 ow. So now we can at least look through what we got. And that wouldn't be bad for a Storm Wizard, but I don't have a Storm. I'm not playing Storm. 190. So the level 30 is still better. I don't even know where I got this. It says it's a crown shop item, but I swear I got this in Mount Olympus. It'd be nice if it said what pack it was from, but I don't remember. As for spellments are always something I am not actively going after them, which has its pros and cons. I should be going a bit more after them because once I get in out, I think I'm already past the point where I can farm spellments for. They are reworking the spellment system in the newest update, from what I've been hearing. So we might, so you, so these might actually be more helpful with a Ooh, those minus weaknesses would be great. Um, Lord of Night doesn't have any upgrades yet. Banshee, I've gone though at the top path. Vampire, Skeletal Pirate, I've went with the top path because I'm not coming across enemies that have issues with things yet. Monk of Mourning. I do have stuff I need to throw into the shared bank, that's for certain. Is there anything else I need to add to my spell deck right now? Probably not. I mean, I still have all my training points, and it's debatable if I should use them or not right now. So the loyalty store is one of the things I do. I also look for at least. I'll either go hit the gear shop well, bazaar gear shop to see what all I can get. But hey. And let's see, is there anything else I need to? Anyone think that could give me a nope. This is why I like to switch realms. This is one of the main reasons I like to switch realms. No beggars, especially in the comments. Is there anyone on? Nope. Okay. And yeah, so one more thing I need to do. And I believe that's it. Um, no, there is one other thing I need to do before I can actually get this started, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Whoop. Okay, now then, we need to go find the Dean's cell in the labyrinth. Why does that sound like we're going to the, Labyrinth of Knossos? Why is this my, if I'm right, the Necropolis has the labyrinth. Okay. Grab up the stone, might get a fossil. We did not. Dang. And now we just gotta go find Dimitri Iron Chains. Confused sentries? Why are they confused? How are they confused? Why would they be confused, actually? That's a good question. Are you kidding me? Oh, that is just evil. That is just evil. Throwing a fishing spell trainer here.
You've come here for the Dean? I wouldn't worry about him anymore. He's taken care of. It's his accomplices I'm worried about.
I need to get into the
When
academy.
he turned bad, the Dean set loose some of the criminals imprisoned here. You seem a brave youngster, or a wizard. Why don't you help me out and put those first? You'll need to get across the bridge. After the raid, the key to the bridge was left somewhere in one of those houses over there.
Okay, and... well, you're a ghost. That makes sense. Never mind. Defeat the Silver Sentinel.
This key is my duty. To guard it I was made. The key must not be taken. I guard it with all my being.
I mean, can we say that the erratic servitor is actually being a bit erratic with its walk cycle? Oh, and this is... oh. Oh, buddy. Oh. Well, this shouldn't be long. This really shouldn't take long since he's a life boss. That is something I was not expecting at the top of my head. I was expecting, maybe a fire boss. I was expecting something else, not a... That actually hurts. Never mind that pain I just said. I swear this pet is broken. I literally have a life wizard following me everywhere, and it's a Frankenstein's rabbit. I find that wonderfully funny. Curse, Death Blade, and then Death Blade. Then I think maybe Mordred would be the smart move here, because that is going to probably kill him and do a massive amount of damage to the Silver Sentinel. Thank you again. Deathblade and Deer Knight. Even if Deer Knight doesn't kill the Servitor, it will die due to the damage, the DOT, damage over time. So that's the plan. Anyway, with all my bonuses, it should be plausible. Oh, good to know. Good to know. I didn't realize this started now. Good to know. Even that heal doesn't matter now. And unless he heals himself, he's dead. And I'm back at full. So that was actually going to roughly more than what the game was predicting.
That looks like the right key.
Thank you.
Now use the bridge key on that pedestal. Then on the other side, see if you can find and defeat 3 escaped conspirators for me. That would help restore some order to this place.
Wouldn't really classify that as a bridge. Is this also supposed to be a bridge? Because it doesn't look like it with the conflicting lava flows. Defeat Zora Steel Welder. Okay, so are the sentries confused because the convicts escaped? Because that's what it sounds like to me, that they somehow miraculously escaped, and that's why these sentinels are confused. Well, I negated that quite fast. I don't want to do a death trap right now on the boss. I want to get Kia, then do my death trap. Convert that negative to a positive. And remove that shield. It removes all the negatives, leaving me with a positive, which is a good thing. I'd rather reduce all the negatives that I have. So that minus 105 is what I'm trying to negate. Well, 104 plus 30. makes it worth it. I'll probably do Ship of Fools. I hate life bosses at times, especially when they know either the healing spells or the you take no damage spells. Well, Ice also has that, but and Ice is actually a bit stronger. But I do believe lifesteal goes around that shield. I'm going to pretend I was not hit by a leprechaun at this level area. Note, we are supposed to be level 45. And they're casting level 10 spells. Why? Why must you do this? Attacking me with a spell that actually is worth the pips. Youch. That one wasn't. Because the heal nullified it. So this isn't really going to do squat against the minion, but... And like I said, it does go around the, negate damage. It's going to be the, Mordred that the negate damage is going to go into effect. Hey. Feint would be good on the boss. Especially if they're casting a death shield. I was expecting them to cast it on themselves, so... More of an incentive for her to attack me again, but... It's not what I'm sort of going for right now. Okay, killing the boss first. So this is where life bosses start to heal themselves and their minions. Good to know. Take some poison damage. I know the minion won't, but you will. Spell that actually did damage. I'm proud of you there. Very proud that you did damage, finally. Rogue spell sentinel. $130 boost to you. That DOT's not going to make up any negation because of that shield. Again, if you're confused, why are you attacking? For all you know, I'm helping you. Thank you for the heal. I swear this pet is broken. Also, can someone explain to me in the comments why Fairy is now banned as a PvP spell? And I do mean Fairy because I have a Life Wizard and it says Fairy is banned, but Pixie isn't. And that doesn't really seem fair to the Life Wizards. And apparently I need to increase my accuracy still, if I'm fizzling. I shouldn't be fizzling, but I am. There we go. That's one of them taken down. Okay, we're not going to go with Devora, and I'm going to guess the other guy I'm after is Myth. It's just a matter of finding the guy. Oh, he's Storm. Okay, so all I need to do is add a few... I don't know what... Oh, shield. Just need to add a Death Prism. So add Death Prisms for the other guy. And we're going to have a Cyclops join in. Yep. Go with Curse and then Kia on him. Kia on the Myth guy. He's actually a guy I'm more terrified of because of the damage output Storm can easily do. Yeah. Oh, good thing Kia fizzled. I need health, and I need... And really, the best health spell I got is Lord of Night. So, we'll do that on the boss. Actually go with the Ship of Fools to damage both. Then I should save a Death Pip. Then I can do Deer Knight, which will kill off the minion. Just do some minor amount of damage. That way I get some damage out. You won't hit that. You won't hit 2,000. And honestly, I just need my rabbit to cast Pixie, and I'm back to full health. Been a while since I've worn this, that's why it's itching as much. I don't need to sacrifice, I don't need faint. Right now, what I can do is dead zone. And 1 second. Like I said, itchy. It's the links, basically. The way they're not riveted, they're just pressed, the edges are pressed against each other, and that's what's causing the itching a little bit. Yeah, one more turn and we'll get Lord of Night. Of course, Myth Shield. Almost a Pixie heal. And we'll do a faint. Spirit Trap would be good. And that's not going to be a spell that finishes me off, thank God. It's a little worried. Whenever I get to around half health, I get very worried with storm bosses. Not really friendly. Better off passing for Kya. Because I honestly think Kya at this point, with that plus 100 bonus, is going to kill it. That, on the other hand, won't kill me. It will bring me very much below the health point I would like. %130 extra damage. There we go. As long as I don't have to use up my potions. If I can avoid using my potions as long as possible, that'll be good. I think I need to farm her as well. She might have stuff that's useful. So I'm going to need to do Kya first on the minion. Get that bonus blade. Curse, hack, well, curse plus faint. Oh no, a banshee. Why is it when I do one of my voices? When I do a new voice anyway. This guy goes, ah yes, time to heal. Yeah, I know I'm clipping. Okay, that should be better. No longer should be clipping. Death Blade, Death Zone is a double-edged sword that I really do not want to use, but I might have to. Blades, yeah. Faint will be next. That hurts. Not by much, but it still hurts. Faint. And again, I need that prism. Yes! Death Prism, and then we do Mordred. She's going to attack with the wrong spell. She should have gone with a death spell or let the myth minion, attack me. Not with that! I mean, good damage, I have to applaud the attempt. But I believe Mordred has came for thee. And you can resist that damage all you like. You're still dead. You're still dead by fireball. Even with that weakness. You think that weakness saves you from fireball? I have the meme of fireball just going off in the back of my head for that one. Again, these are potentially some good bosses to farm. Right now, it's not the priority. I need to go talk to the guy behind that lava fall.
Excellent work. It sounds like they've learned from their mistake. Such a pity. I'm not so sure if I should let you see the Dean. When we rounded him up, he's either cold-blooded or just plain You've earned the right to speak with him, though. So just watch out for that one. He's tricky and as nasty as they come.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's diverting the lava? Vladimir Dorkflame. Okay, Vladimir.
Hello there, young wizard. I don't get many guests here. As a point of fact, I get no visitors, not a single living soul.
Holy crap, you're alive!
So believe me when I say I'm pleased to see you. What brings you here?
First, you're the first living person I have seen besides Cyrus Drake. Honestly, this is the only guy that's been alive this entire time. How has he been alive this entire time is the better question, followed by, what brings me here? I need to get into the academy.
Let me guess. You want me to admit you to Dragonspyre Academy, correct? There should be no troubles there. They threw me in jail, but they never fired me. Excellent, then. Since the Titan's army destroyed Dragonspyre, student enrollment is down. We can use the fresh blood. If I'm to help you, then you must do something for me. Please go to the tower outside and retrieve my cloak. During the circumstances leading up to my arrest, it ended up atop the tower outside.
Why do I feel like this is just getting him the items he needs to escape? Oh, probably because it is.
You cannot have these things I guard. You must destroy me to take them.
Book pedestal, okay. Honestly, it would be nice if word traveled about my exploits, but then again, this world is in ruins, so I mean, fair. And I think this is where we get to the point where dungeons start to take ages. So, because it's now the game actually has gotten to the point where it's, hey, there's actually a difficulty spike, which has been a long time coming, apparently. I'll still give I do moan and groan about certain spells that are being used, but at the end of the day, I've gotten to the point where I'm hitting that difficulty spike. And it's going to take longer to get through certain areas. I'll give Mushu had like a metric ton of dungeons, but here it's Dragonspyre's only really got 2 dungeons, really? In the entirety of the world? I believe it's 2. I'd rather not use Ki, rather use Mordred at this point. Oh, this could hurt. Not a lot, but it could have hurt. I don't really want to draw because I know those are treasure cards and I have those in case of I get into a boss fight that I can't win on cards. on my cards alone. That's the main reason I have those in my spell deck. Oh, that's actually a useful spell. Can you guys still see the counter, or... I mean, the green works on certain points. Don't know if I should have, like, a little bit of a, thing underneath, like a rectangle in, like an actual counter, like a image file. Don't need Kia. Give me... Well, I will be getting Monster Mash after this world, but, yeah. This is bad timing. Why did the spark show up before the bats flew around me? Ouch. Again, I need to get the spells I need. I have to flee. I don't want to, but I have to. I will be right back. die again. So, that left one option, and that was, yeah, flee. There we go. Ooh, now you guys can probably hear me properly. Just checking something on the stream side. Okay, stream health is good. Okay, everything's looking good. Oi. Okay. Let's do this fight all over again. Hopefully with a better hand this time. Well, that's a bit better. And I just saw that Pixie got updated to not be PvP as well. Okay. Tower Shield usually is good. But in this case, I'll just do the Empower. Hey. Let's see. Because we got that, we can basically cast a good amount of spells either way. See, Ship of Fools. Honestly, I love that card. Okay, so the sentry can be killed by literally a sneeze at this point. like I said, a sneeze. It just happens to be Fireball. Like I said, Fireball. A sneeze can take him out. Okay, I don't have any blades, so Kia would actually be a good thing to do first. To get another blade, then go with a few more attacks if I could get the bonuses for them. Just checking the chat. Yeah! And reshuffle. That could actually be pretty useful, actually. I don't mind losing my pips. And for this, because the reshuffle will actually be a lot more useful. Because every spell I've cast returns into the usable deck. Minus the reshuffle itself. I'm sorry, but what are you supposed to be made out of there, sir? Obsidian? Basalt? Was a little bit on the... Shouldn't be making that noise there. Because that sounds like grinding metal, and you look to be made out of stone. And we'll just do Lord of Night so I get some health back. Good timing for that spell attack, though, and good timing for that pixie. Queen, maybe. Depends on the health. Are you queen or regular? Regular. Queen does 60 base. That's 900 health. And Yusa can be taken out by a sneeze. Literally a sneeze. Like your minion. Okay, maybe a little bit more than a sneeze. Damn it. I rescind that comment about you dying to a sneeze. There we go. Lancet of Equality. Look at the gear I've been getting. Okay. Again, I can't use that. That would be very useful. Starblade for a Storm Wizard. Helm of Equity. Okay, that's pretty close to a good hat. Hoarder, Smogger's hat. Okay, Jester's. Again, that's potentially good for Storm. Whispering Mantle gives a lot of resistance. Okay, that could be useful against a death boss if I needed it. Final Curtain, more health. Storm, Ice, and Myth only. Balance. The Goth gives me that shield. Cute, which is, I got 2 of the Dark Elf. Okay. +7 strength across the board. Plus 2% stun resist and some fish luck. Maybe I'll test these later. I'll probably keep them for that luck. Goth. Empower, adapt. 4 Dark Blow cards, 1 adapt card, and 1 empowerment card. -4 universal, but I still get my 10, so that actually might be better. I still get my 10 Death School fighting. So I'm still at 42%. Either way, I just lose a little bit on the other schools, which is fine. If I go to my spell deck now, gain 1... Oh, I can't use these at all because I'm not the right level. I don't think I could use them anyway. Well, that's really... I'm gonna test, see if I can use them, because it doesn't make sense that these would be level locked unless those are for PvP level locks. Gain 1 pip. Gain 1 power pip from incoming 6+ spell. Well, that's technically a 5, that's a 4, and that's a 4. So, in theory, empowerment would be going off almost every time I cast an attack spell at this rate. We can actually get rid of those death prisms, I believe. Tower shield, moon shield. Mega dark blow. I don't remember what he is. If he's death, then yes, I'm going to have to switch my wand back to the Hasta, but back to the spear, but
Your first day, and you get the highest marks in show and tell. I'm most grateful for this cloak. I'm afraid my demands haven't been entirely met. In addition to the rest, my staff was taken by a guard who now...
The Dean passes a...
What's that? You don't want to help me? I suspect what you're up to is far more important than any punishment they're inflicting on me.
true.
So tell me, young wizard, how badly do you want admission into Dragonspyre Academy and the portal stone that comes with it? If you wish it, you'll do as I say.
Again, I know Gallium Paladin. Oh, great! What it's I'm being forced to see. This is where Dungeons and Dragons would be like. You have this bad guy. He's refusing to tell you where he hid the MacGuffin you need. The only way to get the MacGuffin is to Gate of Despair. Trollkin. Okay. Gallium Paladin. Why are there two Gallium Paladins? They're never going to cross paths. No, that's a third one over there. But then again, you're also wearing armor made of gallium, which really shouldn't be maintaining its form. Because gallium can literally melt in your hand. Curse. Ouch. Let's go with the Death Blade. And then we'll go with the Ship of Fools. There we go. Death Blade on myself. Got hit by a bloody snowman. We can do another Death Trap onto the Gallium Paladin. And then if we get Ship of Fools or Mordred, yes, I'm just renaming Dear Knight Mordred at this point. Yeah. Lord of Night would at least kill off the minion. But I really do not want to do Lord of Night unless I'm fighting the boss, and that should be a one-on-one fight, where Lord of Night will actually be more useful. Hey, a spell that should have been used against me in Marleybone and Mushu. Of course. So we can cast these, it's just we can't use them in PvP. Okay. Good to know. Let's go with empowerment and then... I'm not getting any attack spells, so I need to go with Lord of Night. I'll just do it on the boss. Let's see if this actually triggers. If the Spellment spells, the spells that need Arch Mastery, work for the empowerment. Because if that does, then things are going to be a lot crazier at higher levels. If the spell had worked. Well, I got Mordred. So I want to see if this counts to the empowerment, because I don't know if it does or not. If it does, sweet. If it doesn't, that needs to be fixed. What? That doesn't count? That is a 3+. It requires 3 pips and a death pip. It should be counting as 4 pips. Because if it doesn't count as 4 pips, then this one doesn't help. The only way I would get use out of it is if I cast Skeletal Pirate or Vampire, and I don't cast those spells because they're not as useful to me. It'll eat up all but one of my power pips. That shouldn't be the case. Because you have a high level spells that are going to require certain things, and if I'm not allowed to use empowerment, sucks at that point then. Same with the other one. And keep in mind, I still do not have access to Wraith, and I will not have access to Wraith until after this world. Is it gonna hurt? Rabbit friend, can I get some healing, please? Really use some. Really use some healing. Evil Snowman will not do that much damage, neither will Snow Serpent. Thank you for the pixie. And I'm going to get another heal over time. Kia or Kia might be able to finish him off. But yeah, this is not a good fight. I am struggling to stay at half health. Not good. Not great when spells fail. Why did you fail? I have an 80% chance. Go with the damage over time. I'm going to have to look at my accuracy rating. Honestly, the only reason I did not attack Vladimir is because he hasn't shown us where he's hiding the portal stone. Otherwise, and I'm thinking this as a D&D party, if I was playing a paladin and I was forced into a position like I am here, where the obvious bad guy isn't willing, to say the least.
Well, my young friend, you've returned my staff to me. It looks I am without a third of my badges of office. You have provided my cloak, my staff, and now I need the battle crystal. It's being stored in detention for safekeeping. Could you return it to... You're understandably reluctant about so arming me. But let me put your mind at ease.
I can. I have.
I have a portal stone and can escape at any time. I will give you that stone if you restore my belongings to me. So, to detention with you, and don't come back without my battle crystal.
At this point, I'm just going to mark my location here. I don't know how well that's going to work in the when I leave. I mean, the gate of this, the name for this gate is fitting now. If this building was over there. Okay, this seems a little too easy. That, again, felt way too easy.
You've done it! With my cloak, staff, and battle. And with that, I'm afraid that I will have to deny your application into Dragonspyre Academy. My condolence. Unfortunately, you won't be getting that portal stone either. It's only appropriate to end your application with your defeat. This is only the start. My name will echo throughout this spiral as the one who destroyed it. And you were my unwitting accomplice.
I am so glad that I did not get dragged into that fight immediately, because... oh boy. Let's remove those and put another set of death prisms. Just in case. Treasure card wise. A death shield might be good. Okay. That's going to be a little bit annoying. Oh, that was perfectly done. Ah, crap, I didn't switch out my wands. Okay, that's fine. I don't need to use my wands. I don't mind giving him a plus 25 boost either. Sir. Sir, I'd like to point out that, do you really think the people holding you here were using those spells? Well, to be fair, they might as well have. But at the same time, sir, do you really think that spell is actually going to be doing squat at, I guess, someone who is considered a master necromancer? Let's put a tower shield just in case as well. Death Prism. It's been a while since we've had a one-on-one fight. Just noticing that now, it's almost every world, except for Wizard City. Wizard City, all the fights are one-on-one, except for the boss fights. But this is the first world since Wizard City that's had one-on-one fights that aren't directly linked to spell quests. Now, I highly doubt I'll be able to hit 6,400 damage, especially with that minus 25. Okay, yeah, I gave you that plus 60. 85. But you must realize that, I'm just gearing up. Kya would waste it. Monster Mash, on the other hand, might actually be worth it for the damage, and I haven't seen the spell, so I actually am curious about it. Okay. What shot treasure card?
You're better than I thought you'd be. I'm sorry for deceiving you, but I couldn't remain in there for another day. When you came to see me, I saw a way out. But to do so, I needed to provoke you into a duel.
Okay.
You have more than earned membership in the Academy. The Portal Stone is yours. Perhaps now in defeat, I am free to leave this place and go on to face my ultimate destination.
You find a Dragonspyre Academy portal stone hidden among the Dean's possessions.
Okay, and we killed him. The only other living person in this world we kill. Oh, I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, yes, he did use us to escape in one... It was one method or another. He was going to escape. Either because we did his bidding because plot, or he was going to escape because we killed him. Either way he escapes the torment of being stuck in jail. I don't... There isn't really any...
Congratulations on... Talk to the headmaster. Please follow the road through the crucible into the main academy square. You will need to enroll in one of the academy's schools to begin your studies. Enjoy your time here at Dragonspyre.
Am I literally just going to go through the Basilica to get to the... Yes. Yes, I am.
Excellent work. You continue to exceed my expectations. You've become a student of Dragonspyre.
Yes, and I've also killed the only other living soul in Dragonspyre.
I wouldn't worry about the Dean anymore. He's no longer important in the grand scheme of things.
Again, he's dead.
I'm sure you've guessed what Malistaire hopes to accomplish. Since he could not bring Sylvia back to life, he hopes the Croconomicon can force... By the look of Dragonspyre, it appears that no one can force a Titan to do anything.
Except sleep.
This is most excellent news indeed. We are now one step closer to my brother Malistaire. From what I can determine, though most of the actual schools were destroyed during the raid, it appears that the Fire School still stands.
Okay.
Apparently, the great Dragon Titan was somewhat merciful towards his own school. We must make it seem as if you're enrolled. An old Dragonspyre pyromancer is buried within the necropolis. Go there and retrieve his medallion of fire.
Reaper. That's great and all, but I can't use it. A bunch of Wraith cards. At least I know for a fact I'll probably be able to upgrade Wraith almost right off the bat. Necropolis. I'm just hoping this one's a retrieve quest and not an entire fight for... It's a fight, isn't it? Yeah, it's a dungeon. I have to go up. But it's a tower dungeon. Ship of Fools, plus 42. I need to work on my accuracy. Please be something better than Firecat. Okay, well that at least is marginally better than Firecat. Let's see how much damage that does with the bonus from my gear. So it does 110, 164. Okay. So it does 54 points of extra damage. Thank you for healing me. But that is a super heal for literally barely any damage. Mega Drain on the Scavenger again. This is where I could see having a secondary school would be helpful. It's just, what secondary school actually would be universally a good option to deal in general with all schools? There is not really a general one. The spell elements make it so you can counter everything. I'll give it that. But yeah, there's a lot you would have to do if you wanted to do a you would be doing a lot of spell element farming, that's for certain. And probably going down the PvE route to make them useful against all across the board. Then you're going to want to find gear that has nothing but universal strengths, like the Sky Iron Hasta, which gives plus 10 to all schools, to be able to get the bonuses not linked directly to your one school that is your main stat. And I think that's the one flaw that I think when it comes to balance, that might actually be the correct strategy, is to be going for the... Okay, these guys don't have the death problem. Thank you. And it looks like it's going to be about 2 more floors. Maybe 1 more floor. We can just put our traps on the Bone Walker because I hate you. Because the ghost already has a plus 30 bonus to any death magic cast at it. Which is why I hate you. I hate you even more. Ship of Fools will do a decent amount of damage to both of them. Let's get Deathblade, then do Ship of Fools. Okay, for Pip spell, I'm looking at Seraph this turn, potentially. Wyvern and Seraph. Trap, okay. Meteor. Okay, fair enough. I don't understand why my spells are just straight up failing now. They shouldn't be, because I should have some accuracy, increasing my likelihood of casting. Gonna have to look at my stats after this fight. As long as you don't cast a goddamn shield again. Thank you for the super heal. God, imagine with the crit system. Oh, this pet's even more busted when you factor in the critical rating at higher, well, after this world. Both dead. He died! We both heard him die! There's no one there! There's no one there! Game! I broke the... How do I manage to do that? Now we get a second death. We hear him die, and we see him die. Okay, no more fight. Okay, they're both deaths. Great. Why does it feel like Malister put them here specifically just to make death students have a harder time getting this? Because these two sit... most of these creatures don't make sense in a not necromancers, pyromancer's tomb. It doesn't. It's a pyromancer's tomb. The only one that made sense was the bird, the scavenger, because it was a fire creature. Okay, with Dragonspyre, that's the thing that I want to point out. I'm probably going to do a retrospect of this in the end, but for all the worlds, and it's like with looking at it from retroactively, it's like certain fights because there is one massive thing that even Dungeons and Dragons has when it comes to undead creatures. And now I know this is adding arguably some form of realism to the game, but at the same time, it's not. Because, well, I'll give, you can't really do a timeline. I've tried, I've come close, because I used before player and after player. Basically, before Chosen One for Wizard101 comes into being, before the Chosen One comes into being in Wizard101, you have all these events, and guessing how many years before that. The thing is, with Dragonspyre, I'll give it is meant to be inspired by Pompeii and Greco-Roman culture. Can I please get one of my Deer Knight, please? Deer Knight would be helpful now. Thank you. But basically it's looking at it, even with magic, it would be not all the well, all the humans that were here at one point, dead and dead, hopefully. Good. All the humans would be dead. Yes, they would all be ghosts.
A new student. Dragonspyre is shattered. School closed forever. This is no place for the living.
Well, I don't need those death prisms. But again, I don't see why she would have undead in her tower. It doesn't make sense for her to have undead in her tower. Now, the golems, they could have survived, sure. I don't have a problem about the golems. The spiders, okay, makes sense. And I'll get to that. It's more of I'm looking at, say, the ecology of the worlds. Get rid of this blade, and I get a bonus on the worm. And it does a good chunk of damage to it. Wow. We'll do the dead zone. And I'm looking at more on, say, the ecology side of it. And, each world has some form of hierarchy in it. As I already had cast that spell, apparently, and I didn't realize it. I'm brilliant. Fire chicken. That actually hurt a bit. Now I'll give undead creatures typically tend to be more towards the not needing food category. And same with other spirits. I'll go with that because we had creatures that were undead but were like life school or what have you, but that's where my point comes into play here, is with the undead, the physical undead, so i.e. the skeletons, the zombie, the rotting fodders in Wizard City, or the zombies in Marleybone, to all the undead characters that are of the material plane. So, like I said, the skeletons, the zombies, the basically the Deer Knight, the Lord of Night, all these characters, and I'm saying these as characters for argument, for the argument's sake, but all of them are physical manifestations of undead. They have a physical form. So eventually, regardless of magic, their bodies would just disintegrate into nothingness. This is what one of the things with AMC's The Walking Dead was one of the problems is that they decided to avoid answering is what happens when the zombies just decay into nothing. Because that's the thing. If they decayed into nothing, there wouldn't have been a zombie apocalypse. Well, there would have been, but it wouldn't have been as severe. It wouldn't be permanent. Days Gone, on the other hand, made a way around that, making them be omnivores and being able to.
Rebellion of Spire falls to the ground.
Thank you. Fall to the ground. Not fall to the ground. With Days Gone, they made it so they were omnivorous. That they could eat plant life as well as, humans and animals.
Excellent work, young wizard.
Thank you.
This will do nicely. You should now proceed and speak with the fire tree here. Her name is Ashley. Now you may enter. See if you may determine how to reach the. If you should encounter my brother Malastair Drake, be cautious. You cannot stand against him alone.
You sure about that, bud? Because I'm pretty sure I took down an Oni on my own. What's your crafting myth? Okay. I'd like to point out something. It's a serious question here. We got 2 trees, but, this doesn't look burned. This looks like someone took an axe to them.
Hello there. Who are you? A living student. You're here to help?
Oh, we got Prospector Zeke.
The wizard Malastair has come to Dragonspyre. He intends to command the Dragon Titan. He must be stopped.
Correct.
Malastair is in the headmaster's office atop the great volcano. He's nearly impossible to reach unless I've got an idea. You can get to him by flying a drake to the mouth of the great volcano. But how to do that? There are so few drakes left. Oh, I know. If you can get your hands on a drake, the last known dragon rider stuff was broken into pieces, stored in obsidian chests, and hidden throughout the spiral for safekeeping.
Yep.
You need to find those chests and recover those pieces. Have you found all the obsidian?
I'm trying
all the obsidian chests?
to get the lava lily. I'm curious, can we actually enter these?
Please, Harry.
Yes, we can. So, that begs the question, for King's Isle anyway. You have this place as a school. Why not make the, have a set of ghosts with, some of the, I would say some of the, not the fusion, that would be over in Selenopolis, I know that off the top of my head. Crystal Grove, Crucible, and the Forum. But yeah, we have to go through all of... I'm sorry. Haunted Cave, Royal Hall, Chelsea Court. They've reduced how many obsidian chests you need to... Wow. Okay, I remember this taking longer because you had to go through several dungeons as well. The obsidian chest that was in the dean's office as well. You had to go like through 50. Wow. I'm surprised by that. I'm just gonna mark my location here, which is even. I'm surprised they made that as cheap as they did. But again, I don't understand why they didn't put any of the ghost characters here to teach some spells as well, because it makes sense. You have another school already here. So there's a lot that you could have done here. I'm surprised they didn't. I understand why they didn't, but still. But because of this quest, I am going to take a break because I am... Now, the one thing I can do is unlevel lock my character. And if I do that, we at least will have more levels for certain, but we do still need to complete the Crystal Grove and the Forum before we could do Dragon's Roost, because Dragon's Roost is actually... If I remember correctly, Dragon's Roost... Hello, Or. Is right here. Right, and hey. So, yeah, our best option is sadly to go deal with all that. But I am going to end this stream here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave a like if you have. Subscribe if you're new.